Hello, my name is Eric Wong, and today I'll be introducing to you a Scarlatti sonata in D major. I recently played this sonata in the finals of the Guitar Foundation of America International Youth Competition Senior Division. It's a very joyful piece, originally written for the keyboard. I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope by the end of it you'll learn to love this piece as much as I do. Domenico Scarlatti was an Italian harpsichordist and composer of the Baroque time period. He composed over 500 sonatas for the harpsichord, with the vast majority of them sharing the common characteristics of having two sections which each repeat themselves, and being homophonic or having one voice. His compositions varied greatly though, from the virtuosic and fast K141 in D minor, to the Spanish influence of the K239 in F minor, to the slow and beautiful K213 in D minor. The Sonata K53 is written in D major. This particular sonata is a very jubilant one, and to me it sounds very joyous and triumphant. We can definitely hear this in the beginning of the piece. This piece travels from originally opening in D major to A major, and then from A major transitions to A minor, and thus begins the minor section of the piece. So I'll show you a little bit on how it transitions from D major to A major. So after the beginning, that E that you just heard marks the transition from D major to A major. And it's followed up by some beautiful arpeggios. But then the piece transitions from A major to A minor, and this is where the guitarist begins to have some troubles. Because the harpsichordist can separate the two lines of melody and bass with two separate hands, it's easy to choose what to bring out. However, it's much harder on the guitar, and oftentimes the melody is perceived as although if you look at the score, it's written as and the same thing for the following part. The melody is the performer definitely needs to show the continuity between the notes within this piece. And then, after this, it transitions back to A major, and ends the first section off with a brilliant trill. Scarlatti starts the second part of his sonata in the key that he left off in, A major. But instead of being the same as it was before, he starts in a a very doubtful manner, rather than the confident and joyous part in the first section. And then all doubt seems to be assured when he goes to D major. Then he transitions in the exact same way as he did before into the parallel minor, D minor. Now, this D minor section seems to be a little bit different from the A minor section that we heard before. For one, the A minor section it would resolve after 2 bars, but this one still felt dissonant after 2 bars. And it's the same problem as before. Because the guitarist doesn't have 2 hands that can easily separate the bass and the melody, he struggles with bringing out that's truly the challenging part of this sonata. And then we move on. But if you listen closely, the melody is foreshadowed by the bass. Then we get in context that then we get to the darkest part of the D minor section. And then, just as it seems like all hope is lost, we transform into the beautiful D major once more. The second section repeats once more and ends off with a beautiful trill. Thank you so much for watching this video today. If you want to check out my full recording of this piece or want to watch some of the recordings that I referenced within this video, they're in the description of the video below. Stay safe everyone, and look out for the next episode.